Greetings, students. I'm using this video to show you what I'm looking for when you produce your video presentation for your oral communication grade. You'll be doing this a few times throughout the school year, so it's really important that you know what I'm looking for so you can get full credit. Pay attention to the vocabulary that I'm using. Also pay attention to how I work through the problem step by step. Jordan is training for a marathon. He runs along a straight track from point A to point C. The total distance from A to C is given by the polynomial 8x minus 3. At the halfway point, point B, Jordan will stop and drink water. The distance from A to B is given as 7x minus 3. What is the numerical distance from point A to point C? So I recommend that you sketch out the problem. So I'll start by just sketching a line segment, and it doesn't have to be perfect. He is starting at point B. He's going to travel to point C, but the halfway point is at point B. So we know that the distance from A to B is given as 7x minus 3. So I'm going to put 7x minus 3 in between A and B. I don't know the distance between B and C, but if I know the distance between A and B, I could also just copy that for B to C. Remember, when you know the distance of one half, you know the distance of the other half. So 7x minus 3. I'm also giving the total distance from A to C, which will be 8x minus 3. So the distance from A to C is 8x minus 3. So to find the numerical distance from point A to point C, I will need to find x. That's basically what I'm doing, is solving for x. So what I'm going to do is add the two halves. 7x plus 7x is 14x. Negative 3 plus negative 3 is negative 6. And because the total distance from A to C is 8x minus 3, I can set this equal to 8x minus 3. Then from there, I've got a two-step equation that should be simple to solve. So I'm adding 6 to both sides. Okay, and once I add 6 to both sides, I am canceling it out on the left side. I get 14x equals 8x plus 3. So 8x plus 3. Now I'm just going to subtract 8x from both sides. 8x minus 14x is 6x. So I'm going to bring this up here. I've got 6x is equal to 3. So from there, I know that x is equal to 1/2 because I'm going to divide both sides by 6. I'm going to divide both sides by 6 because I want to get the x by itself. So x is equal to 3 over 6, which is really 1/2. So now that I know what x is, I'm going to put that back into the expression that represents the total distance, 8x minus 3. So I'll put this, I'm going to do this in a different color just so you can be clear about what's happening. So I'm going to take 8x minus 3 and plug in 1/2 because now I know that x is equal to 1/2. So I have 8 times 1/2 minus 3. That gives me the numerical distance. So 8 times 1/2 is the same thing as 8 divided by 2. So that would be 4 minus 3, which is 1. That means the total distance is 1 mile. Okay, so he is traveling a total distance of 1 mile. Okay. The second problem deals with angle bisectors. Carmen is sharing her slice of pizza with a friend and wants to cut it in half to create 2 equal parts. The total measure of the angle she is bisecting is 10x plus 12. After she cuts the pizza, the bisected angle will be divided into 2 equal angles that measure 3x minus 4. Solve for x. So if she's creating 2 equal parts that are 3x minus 4, we could say that 3x minus 4 added together should give us the total. So this angle would be 3x minus 4, and this angle would be 3x minus 4. Remember, if they're halves, they are the same. So what I'll do is add them up, 6x and negative 8. That comes from adding 3x plus 3x and negative 4 plus negative 4. Now I'm going to set that equal to the total, which is 10x plus 12. So I've got 10x plus 12. And then I'm just going to combine my like terms by moving across the equal sign. So the first thing I'm going to do is just add 8 to both sides. I'm going to add 8 to both sides. Okay, that gives me 6x equals 10x plus 20. Okay, now I'm going to subtract 10 from both sides. So that gives me negative 4x, because 6 minus 10 is negative 4. So if I divide both sides by negative 4, I'm going to get x equals negative 5. Remember, a positive divided by a negative is negative 5. So x is equal to negative 5. So that is it, guys. This video is a little bit longer than what I said to you because I have been giving you instructions and talking about what you should be doing and showing in this video. I'm going to do another video where I'm just going to write on the board. That one is going to go a little faster. Plus, when you're working on the laptop and doing your videos, writing with your trackpad, it could take a little bit more time because it's a little harder to write with your trackpad on your laptop than it is if you were just using a dry erase marker on a board. So I'm going to post that video. Again, it'll be a little shorter than this, but it'll be the same problems.